Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehvies, and today we're watching License to Kill. No, no,
Alex,
that's not a typo. We are,
Alex,
yes.
Alex, I don't know if I have that license.
Well, at least you have a license to live, as the comic I stole the thumbnail from proves.
Don't know about that. Anyway, so
Three,
do you have
two, huh?
is the MGM logo after the United Artists logo on your part?
Yes, yeah. So at the
All
at the
right.
start of my copy of the film, it starts off with the United Artists logo, and then it goes to the MGM logo. So I think we're good on
Right.
sync. You'll
All right.
remember that some of our early Bond films had some issues with sync because they either
Yep.
cut or added additional logos depending on which version you were watching.
All right. In three, two, one. By the way, I ended up ordering what would appear to be a fatal mistake on my part.
What?
A certain franchise involving one cruise that may or may not be Tom.
Oh, Mission Impossible. Before we get to doing the Mission Impossible movies, I want to do a couple of God, the macro blocking on this one is way worse than it was in the last one. I think they took it from like a Digibeta master or something. Which is funny
Digimon,
because the Living
Digital
Daylights
Monsters,
looks really
Digimon
good on
Garlic
the DVD.
Champions. Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon Garlic Champions.
So yeah, before we get to doing the Mission Impossible films, which we'll do when we get done with the Brosnan era, that reminds me of the bridge where I live. Except the big bridge next to the destroyed bridge is much more recent. The this yeah, this is really starting to remind me of my local area. But yeah,
I have a ring.
I want to
Yes, I
watch
have a ring.
like I'll probably cap it off at like 2 or 3 episodes of the original Mission Impossible series. We're not going to watch anything from season 1 because hi Felix. Do you really think that James Bond is going to do that?
Yes, we can.
So
Oh
yeah, we're not going to
my.
watch anything from season 1 because Peter Graves' character wasn't introduced in that season. And but I want to watch a couple of season 2 episodes at the very least. Maybe like some just like a handful. I thought you were supposed to give her his heart. Oh dear God. It's not like oh yeah. I don't know, the visual quality is really questionable in this DVD, which is strange because the Living Daylights looked so good, but this looks like... Have you ever watched the original Funimation Dragon Ball Z DVDs? Like the old singles that
No,
were 4x3.
no.
Um, they have an issue where they've got a lot of artifacting on screen, and they've got like a lot of chroma uh issues. Like if you see edges, you'll see like the colors start blending together for some reason, and yeah, like currently when the DEA agent's hat and it looks kind of purplish, even though around the edges, even though it should be
Da,
like
da, da,
like you look at this, it's a
da.
solid gradient.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a solid color with no gradation, and then and you see with the high contrast areas it starts gradiating, and for basically no reason. It's an artifact of the video process from back in the day. And this kind of makes me think that they transferred this version of the film to a videotape and then transferred that tape to the
So,
why are those barrels full of black water? Because that's clearly not oil.
yeah.
Oh, hello there. Looks like I found myself a date for the wedding.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be getting any from her. Come on, get in there, go, go, go. What the
Well, we've got to have the right bait, I guess.
what? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, there was a joke in Naruto Bridge where apparently Kabuto was going off James Bond LARPing, and I'm just like, what? And apparently Mike Guy wanted to participate in it, but he lost the part. Also, Mike Guy sounds like he's
Hey,
voiced by Sean Connery.
hey, would you look at that? Bane? Bane, did you perhaps watch a James Bond film?
I mean, we could probably reasonably assume that.
And people wonder why they wanted Nolan to direct a fucking, Bond movie with, Christian Bale as Bond. I almost said Christian Bale as Batman in a Bond
I
film. That would be
for some
awesome.
reason for some reason I'm imagining he fails to open up his parachute and be like while
Splat.
Foo Fighters plays in the background.
There goes my hero.
Oh, it's a good thing the wedding happened to be close by.
Yeah. So hang on, who's getting married here?
I believe that charming fellow on the left.
Uh,
Albert R. Broccoli, who may or may not be a vegetable, oh, presents Timothy Dalton as Ian Fleming's James Bond in License to Kill. That's a misspelling.
it's how they spell it in England.
Of course it is. Oh,
Yeah.
I see nipple. It's it's somewhat obscured, but I saw nipple. Somebody's not too pleased with the fact that the
Benicio del
recently
Toro
released
is in this film.
cool.
Karihiro
Anyway,
Kitagawa!
so Shang Tsung is in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay then. Anyway, somebody was not too fond of the fact that Shout Factory is once more releasing the home video version of the newer Digimon movie.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, Shout's also putting out a Common Rider set that's coming up soon. And frankly,
Um,
after the last couple of Common Rider sets they put out, it's like, okay, I'd rather have Discotech do it though, you know?
hey, hey, they can have the modern Digimon stuff. Discotech can handle the classic.
Yeah, I don't know. That's areola. That is full on nipple. I mean, there is tights on top of it at night, and
Yeah.
it is tinted, but score composed and conducted by the late great Michael Kamen.
Hmm. I presume, seeing as I have no idea who that is, that he's kind of a big deal, or that he was kind of a big deal.
Oh, it's just that he composed the score for fucking X-Men.
Okay, then. Now I know for sure he's a big deal.
Yep. And Highlander.
Okay.
And Lethal Weapon.
I've still yet to see Lethal Weapon.
Ooh, that's one we gotta put on the list. And the original
Alex,
and the original Die Hard. Yes.
I have questions
About what?
regarding, well, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is what?
Look in your DMs.
Oh yeah. The Batwoman. Yeah, that's a Rene Cardona movie. I thought it was Rene Cardona Jr., but no, I believe that's his dad.
Why does it look like
It's
Adam West in drag?
mm, that's a good question. The Batwoman is a very
Yeah.
strange film. Just go if you want to know more about the Batwoman, go watch the Cinema Snobs review of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this sounds like a Cinema Snob movie.
Yeah.
I was legitimately going to say this sounds like something Cinema Snob would review.
Yeah.
Let me guess, it's a porn parody.
Not really, funnily enough.
So the answer is yes.
Softcore kind of. It's not even really a parody. And Michael Kamen also did the score for Roadhouse, Lethal Weapon 2, Die Hard 2, Hudson Hawk, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, one of my all-time favorite scores, one of my all-time favorite movies. Lethal Weapon 3, Last Action Hero, 1993's Three Musketeers, which is a really good movie. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Just a bunch of really good stuff.
Solid JJ put out a Lego Batman sketch.
Oh, nice. That that's not how that works. That is way more blood
Oh,
than should have appeared after a single hit to the face.
yeah. So our main antagonist broke out of the convoy by sinking it.
We got a great big convoy trucking through the night. We got a great big convoy sinking to the bottom of the lake.
What is this song?
Oh, have you never seen the movie Convoy?
No.
Have you ever and so you've never heard the song Convoy by C.W. McCall then?
No.
Oh, okay. Convoy is an amazing piece of mid 70s Americana that I was um lucky enough to see on TV one day when I was a kid. Oh, late 70s. Yeah, the song is from the mid 70s. Great movie though. Directed by Sam fucking Peckinpah.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, it's amazing. They actually turned that whole gigantic waste of time that was on Her Majesty's Secret Service into just a little bit of a bittersweet moment right there.
Yeah. Which
All right, so on the one hand, we have members of the village people, and on the other hand, we have one of the new kids on the block. This is quite an unusual kidnapping gang.
So, are they gonna promote the YMCA or the Navy? I mean,
Finger you. Oh no.
uh,
Phrasing.
oh, uh, my guy. I don't think like where this is going anymore. Why all in 20s?
I guess to make it more difficult to trace, like he said, but I mean,
Uh,
50s isn't exactly easy to trace either, and that would like reduce it by like a third, by like 2/3. I don't know.
oh my. That her insides over there in that bag.
That delivery was fucking strange.
So they're gonna. So instead of just outright killing him, they're gonna put him over a death trap that he could easily escape.
Well, it is a James Bond movie, Kevin. We can't not have an inexplicably stupid death trap.
Alex,
Yeah?
I get the distinct. You do realize that.
Oh, yeah, you okay, so maybe you should leave the chum in the water. So you're expecting him to get bitten by the shark and turn into Aquaman then? That guy looks
Oh
like Danny
my.
McBride. My name is Felix Leiter. I was bitten by a radioactive shark and became. I can't finish that sentence.
Shark Man.
Sure.
I mean, there was Shark Boy.
And optionally, Lava Girl.
Eh. The worst part is that
That movie was.
remember how you ever you've seen the Nostalgia Critics review of that movie, right?
I've seen the movie. I
No, no,
saw it.
but you've
I saw
seen.
it in
You
theaters
want to
opening
know
night.
how? You want to know how he described Boy's actor in that movie? They
Wolf-like.
said, no, no, no. He said, imagine him with his shirt off.
Oh, right. Yeah. When I was a
Because
kid, I didn't. And then I watched that film. Then Twilight came out, and I was like, "Who the fuck are all these people?" And I didn't recognize Robert Pattinson from Harry Potter. I didn't recognize Taylor Lautner or from that, and I definitely didn't recognize Kristen Stewart from Catch That Kid.
and again, Kristen Stewart has not acted it, does not know how to act. So why is she even there?
I thought you were going to say, "Hey, Kristen Stewart wasn't even acting in that movie because she can't."
He literally can't act.
Although I will say,
Whoa.
watch American Ultra.
Well, Bond, this ends up bringing up some very
This is getting a
unfortunate
little bit too
memories.
yeah, this is getting a little bit too close to home for James here. And because one of his best friends and his best friend's new wife have just got fucking murked.
Yep. And Bond had bore witness to his first wife's murder.
Mhm. Technically at this point in time, since we haven't actually seen the events of Casino Royale in this yeah. Yeah, so in this early timeline, and we haven't seen Jesus Christ, that's a little bit dark. Like that is a goofy one-liner, but ugh.
Bond's like, "Oh, I'm going to deliver
Oh, I'm gonna
one hell of a one-liner, or that'll top
I'm
this."
gonna fucking I'm gonna fucking end somebody.
Yeah, and then he's gonna make a one-liner about it. Yeah. Yeah, you could really tell that this is getting personal for Bond.
Mhm.
Are you sure about that?
Hmm. Well, that's funny because as the viewer of this movie, I distinctly remember you, Mr. McBride Sr., looking like you were in the previous scene.
Yeah.
Singing bye bye, Mr. Shark Hunter guy. Kill you later, motherfucker, with my fucking gun.
So that's why we're gonna chase that submersible in an inflatable. Never mind. Well, now, perhaps that was Jaws' illegitimate stepbrother.
Yeah, the one that didn't star in Jaws 4: The Revenge, alongside Michael Caine.
You see, I Jaws' mom didn't like me very much. And the other guy's like, ah, man, why'd I have to be a black guy in a movie where somebody's gonna die? Then again, it was a white guy who died first, but I ain't taking my chances, man. Oh my, that's a lot of bait. Now, where's the tackle? Ooh, ooh. Oh dear.
Ah, God, man. I fucking hate maggots.
Mhm.
Like, they're all, like, no matter what breed they are, no matter what kind of insect they become, they're always, yep. Yeah, that guy's not gonna be dead when he gets out of there. Or like he's just gonna have little tiny bite marks all over his skin, and it's gonna be
It'd be like,
he's gonna be very uncomfortable for a couple of weeks.
wow, that's a couple of fish that are dead.
Those fish are fucking dead.
They may not be dead immediately, but they will be dead after oxygen deprivation, because their gills can't process because their gills can't process
That's a
oxygen,
lobster.
and that isn't from the water. Oh, would you say it's a rock lobster?
Rock lobster.
Do 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 rock
Rock
lobster. Do.
lobster.
Yeah, the funny thing is that the very first time I heard that song was from Family Guy,
Huh.
which is also the same place I first heard "Surfin' Bird" by the Trashmen.
Hmm.
That's not how electric eels function, guys.
Yeah, I have seen the. Huh.
And besides, electric eels don't even kill with their electricity.
No, because
they just cause enough.
I've seen the guys from Jackass grab electric eels, and it causes your nervous system him to go. But apparently it didn't even do anything to Johnny Knoxville.
Uh,
I mean, I could just take the whole fucking thing and leave you to the sharks. So yeah, Bond turned $500 million worth of fucking drugs into fucking and sky confetti.
oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm not risking getting in there for the money. I'm not going Ace Ventura on that shark.
Or Agent K.
If you've seen the bit from Ace Ventura when nature calls where he fights off a crocodile, it's amazing. Don't start with chicken fish. Okay. I actually got an alternative, better idea, Alex.
What?
Instead of just doing the Mission Impossible movies, let's do eight. Let's do Ace Ventura after we do the Timothy Dalton films.
Oh yeah, well there are only two Ace Ventura films, so we can probably
Yeah,
get through those.
yeah, and I have both of them.
Ace Ventura. Oh, fucking hell. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective Jr. Fuck off.
Someone's a crazy old cat lady.
I want to see the fucking Ace Ventura Blu-ray. Go. Excuse me.
It's like either or it's sentimental rubbish. Yeah, okay, whatever you say.
It's funny how the subtitles spell it the American way.
You mean Truth, Justice, and the American Way?
Yeah. You'd be surprised how often low-tech solutions work out just by putting something between you and the enemy.
Yep. Surprise, bitch!
Fries, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker. All rise,
All
motherfucker.
rise, motherfucker. Rude dies, motherfucker. I love how we've both seen in various Benson vines. Enjoy listening to Bruce Springsteen in my spare time. Okay, you clearly been on some kind of refrain or something.
Right, get in the pressure chamber.
And we'll get you free of those drugs. Hey, so where's Johnny at? Better not have been listening to Bruce Springsteen again. Oh God, Johnny, what happened? I was knocked out by some British guy.
Tried to make
Told
me
me that I
dance with
need.
him in the dark.
Now I've come to murder somebody. Hey, hey, you all right? Right there, little lady? Hello.
That's not good.
Wow. They really want to make it personal for Bond.
Yeah, make it a little too personal sometimes here. That was an interesting cut.
Let him get away.
Stand by to die when I tell you more like. Die, die, die!
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
See reflections on the wall. Oh, wait, wrong film.
Yeah, they say. So, Alex,
Yeah?
do you feel like Mr. Ventura would want you to throw him a spear?
Sure.
Where do you think it's going to? Where do you think it's gonna go? Oh, when you throw it?
Right between his hair.
No, it's gonna go into his leg. You'll see what I mean when we get to when nature calls. Unless you've already seen that scene. There's a man stabbing our drugs. Oh yes, good idea. Throwing drugs into the ocean. I'm sure that won't spawn a cocaine shark. Come on.
That is a
Just a
great idea for a movie, Kevin. Somebody should make that.
cocaine cocaine shark, the spiritual sequel to Cocaine Bear.
James Bond cut a bunch of cocaine back in the 80s, and it all fell into the water. Then one great white shark finds all of the bricks, and doing what a shark normally does, bites them. This summer, only in theaters, catch Cocaine Shark, starring Peter Dinklage as the shark,
I miss Peter
and Dwayne "The
Shark.
Rock" Johnson.
Dinklage the shark.
Vin Diesel plays the orca killer whale, hunting down the shark to bring him to justice.
What does Dwayne Johnson play?
The Rock plays is his quipping, quipping wisecracking sidekick who happens to be a rock.
God. Oh my. Okay, who else is in this insane movie, huh? Because we know Peter Dinklage is the shark.
Mark
Dwayne
Hamill
the
is the
Rock
police
Johnson,
commissioner
the police
who
commissioner who says
inexplicably speaks with the voice of the Joker,
and also says the most insane bullshit
despite
imaginable.
having despite having nothing but heroic intentions.
I would not want Mark Hamill in in a movie.
Cocaine
Hey,
shark.
when would this movie release and who would direct it?
Coming summer 2025, directed by Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that sounds like something Sandler would direct.
The
He could totally get those people on.
only comedy to ever have a $300 million budget.
300 million? That's a recipe for box office bomb right there.
I know.
Oh god. And so apparently people are now going to try to boycott Sonic 3 because Paramount's stance on the Israel-Hamas conflict, to which
Nobody
Spence and I have
gives a
to agree.
shit.
Yeah, that's what he said. Oh my god, who cares? It's not going to work anyway. It's still going to make a lot of money.
Yeah. Frankly, if it did work, I'd be disappointed in the American people.
More so more so than how James Gunn is insisting Superman Legacy is going to be good.
Superman Legacy is supposed to be a standalone film, but it features all of these characters.
And people are saying, but BVS was bloated as well."
BVS had three main. Technically, yeah, so BVS had three main characters and a guest appearance. Technically, three main characters, two supporting characters, and a handful of cameos, so we'll say. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's it.
we'll say
And
three supporting characters. So we've got
this is
Batman,
literally going
Superman,
to
and
be
Lex Luthor. Those are the three main characters, and then you have Lois Lane, Martian Manhunter, and Wonder Woman as the supporting cast, and then you have the cameos from Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman. That's it.
and then of course
Those are
yeah,
our,
and then of course
and then we have like we've got a couple of incidental side characters and whatnot. It's not. It's a fairly standard affair, to be perfectly honest. Like, there's
yeah,
no more in it than was in, like, say, Iron Man 2, for instance. You know?
yeah. But so yeah, and these and it seems like all of these characters are going to be playing somewhat prominent roles to the point where they might as well call it Super Friends.
Well, even if they don't, it's one of those things where, like, if it's like if the next James Bond film was gonna like okay, so we're introducing the new James Bond, but we're also like bringing in like James Bond Jr. and Felix Leiter, and we're going to have like a special guest appearance from like fucking Jason Bourne, fuck, special guest appearance from like Jason Bourne and Jeremy Renner's character from that one film that nobody fucking watched, and and like whatever, you know. Like
Okay,
how many
so
fucking characters do you need, honestly?
okay, so for Superman Legacy, so far, of course, James Gunn is directing it, and he's writing and producing it, and David Cornsweet that is going to play Superman, and James Gunn is also going to be lead produced, and James Gunn's also going to be assisted by Peter Safran when producing it.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't have a composer yet. That's the only thing we don't have.
I wonder who they're gonna get for that. You know, watch them just get
Probably,
Danny Elfman.
probably no one, probably no one really relevant. And given the fact that James Gunn is just going to use a bunch of licensed music,
I'll bet you he'll probably just get the guy who did the Suicide Squad score. And then it'll just be the most forgettable Superman score since Superman Returns.
but then people will praise it.
Okay, that guy just ran into frame with his wrist with his arm straight. Hey, that is not how you throw a punch.
Okay, TSS's score was supposedly done by John Murphy, but
Yeah, John
it was
Murphy
just
also
such a
did the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 score, which was also a complete
but it,
waste of time.
and while this bar fight is going on, I'm going to go through John Murphy's discography.
Sure, he's done something
Okay,
worthwhile.
Okay, so he's done Leon the Pig Farmer, Beyond Bedlam, A Feast at Midnight, Dinner in Purgatory, Clockwork Mice.
Hang on, oh,
It,
so he did the movie, the Bachelor, starring Chris O'Donnell and Renee Zellweger, or he
yeah,
did Snatch. Those are good movies, but I don't remember the score for those.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like his.
Shooters. No, that's not the movie I was thinking of. All About the Benjamins. That's a good movie.
Oh
Ooh,
God,
28
he
Days
did.
Later. Never mind. And he actually does have a good track record because 28 Days Later has a really good score.
He did the score with. He did a score of Basic Instinct 2 with Jerry Goldsmith.
Oh, neither of those guys deserve to be saddled with that. He also did Miami Vice, Sunshine, and 28 Weeks Later.
Also,
All of those have good
also,
scores.
also,
And The Last House on the Left
oh,
remake. He did Kick-Ass.
and Alex, I think John Murphy is going to compose Superman Legacy
Yeah,
based
that's
on
what
what
it
I'm seeing
says
on
here.
Wikipedia.
Oh God, I don't dislike his work because he's done some good stuff, but like his Guardians of the Galaxy, Peacemaker, and Suicide Squad scores were just not memorable.
They don't exist, basically.
Basically, there's like they just recycle
He also did the score of Kick Ass with Henry Jackman and List of Vries and Elon on Eshkvari.
yeah,
Eshkari.
I kind of feel like Henry Jackman was a bit more prominent in that mix.
Yeah, and then 11 years later would be when James Gunn gets him to replace Tyler
I don't even know.
Bates.
Yeah, Tyler Bates did a much better job, I gotta say.
Why doesn't James Gunn just get Tyler Bates?
Probably got
He
something
would
to do.
actually
Actually,
he
hang
would
on.
actually
I should look up what Tyler Bates has done.
aside from the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff and
Yeah,
Samurai Jack.
Tyler Bates. Oh, he works with Marilyn Manson. Okay.
Okay, in 2022 he did X, Day Shift, Pearl, and John Wick Chapter 4 in 2023.
Yeah. So, well, after Guardians, he
He
did
didn't do any
Guardians 2. He did Atomic Blonde, Deadpool
Dead
2, John Wick
John Wick
3,
3,
Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah,
he's kind of
he's
got
also
himself a
he's also currently working on Primal
yeah, so he's got himself a stacked
workload.
workload there, so that's probably why.
Meanwhile, and we ended up glossing over this romance.
Well, let's be fair here. We are an hour into the film, and they're starting, and they're kind of in the position they would be at the end, so it can't possibly go correctly.
No. That was actually kind of clever.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you want to know what was the first thing James Gunn ended up directing?
Was it? It was either Slither or Super, wasn't it?
It was Slither. It was his feature film
Yeah.
directorial debut. And how well did this movie do? Ooh,
Not great, because I remember Slither wasn't that big of a film. I think
15
Super.
million dollars. It was cost $15 million to make, made 12.8 million.
Ooh, that's
That's unfortunate.
yeah. Now, hey, at least it's not one of those big budget films that made fucking nothing. Like
You
some
mean like
films.
TSS?
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, Super. That cost 2.5 million and it didn't even make a goddamn million. You want to know how much it made?
How much?
593,933.
Hmm.
He wouldn't get a box office success until Guardians of the Galaxy.
Kinda. Yeah, no, he was kinda riding the MCU popularity train there.
Yep. So this is kind of definitive proof.
Obviously, they're
Uh,
not great. Hey, that's
you know,
yeah.
Bond, I think he's a Wells Fargo guy. He and Fran would probably get along. Anywho, small. Define small. Are we measuring or are we just I don't know. Let's see. The Belko experiment, and that was worth $5 million and made 11.1 million. And that came out 2 years after Guardians of the Galaxy. But he was a writer on that, so
Mm.
he didn't even direct Brightburn, he just produced it.
Yeah.
And that made 32.9 million against a 6 to 12 million dollar budget. And he's a producer on Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah. I saw that. That might wind up well, that'll probably wind up being pretty good because, well, it was almost canceled.
Yep.
Because Warner Brothers is run by smart people who understand what their audiences want. You can
Even though
sense the
they keep
sarcasm in my voice there.
Yep. You and I breathe the same level of sarcasm almost every day. So you want me to go to my phone right now? I don't have it on me.
Why do you have a pet iguana? I mean, granted, if I had a pet iguana, I'd probably bring it around everywhere I went too, but
The better question is why not?
why can't you stand that thing?
You sure? Do you now? You can't do that because my phone is not on me at the moment.
555 love.
Somebody's gonna end up dialing that number unironically watching this, and they're gonna
Thankfully,
get
Thankfully, most 555 numbers don't actually work. You have to have, like, an area code to go with them.
Like, if he plays like a jerk off, why is he playing with both hands up? One of them should be down. Have you seen that part in Looney Tunes Back in Action where
I've
Brendan
seen all
Fraser
of
just
Looney Tunes back in action.
hit me, no, hit me? And I'm like, that's actually clever. Why does the woman next to him look like ScarJo with short hair?
That's a very good question.
Senor Sanchez. The iguana is just wondering when are you going to give me some veggies?
Want to go for a ride on the Magic School Bus? You promised me a ride on the Magic School Bus.
That's a chameleon, Alex,
All right.
not an iguana.
I'm
You
sorry.
forgot.
I'm horribly racist against the Greens.
You're horribly racist against lizards.
Yes. Nice, nice jerking off motion there.
Don't worry. She'd be like, well, I just feel rejected. You know what I have to assume, Alex?
What?
That at some point, one, one Anthony Edward Stark is just going to be rolling dice.
Well, this is
A
is
casino.
this is this the right era for the prologue of Iron Man 3?
No, because this is the
No,
80s.
yeah,
Iron
this is
Man,
1989, and the prologue of
the
Iron Man 3
prologue,
was 1993?
99,
No,
because
oh, 19,
it was,
1999. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you forgot that that was the dawn of the new millennium.
Yeah,
You grossly underestimate my memory, Alex.
please sit. Well, let's be fair. The last time I watched that movie was when we watched it, so. Alicia, you gotta know when to hold 'em and know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
You win some, you lose some. It's all the same to me.
Because on a warm summer's evening on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler when we were both too tired to sleep. Yeah.
You won't need. So that means he'll need all the guns. If you tell him he doesn't need guns, he's gonna need guns.
Mm-hmm. I. Hmm. Now, if I was James Bond Jr., that would mean that I'd arrived, which would mean. I need a weapon.
Hmm. Yeah, come on. You mean getting it on? Thank you. I'll be here all night. Don't tell me his stubbornness is gonna get him killed.
Explosive
I'm right,
alarm
aren't
clock.
I? Then
Yeah. Got to introduce you to all these gadgets before you get back to boning your cousin. That's neat.
And suddenly, and Bond is like, I swear to, I swear to God, I'm going. He's like, I swear to God, I'm going to kill him. Right? I wonder if that man is married to his mustache in that one as well. You know, if they were French, if they were French, I'd assume I'd be like, okay, men, to action, we surrender. We definitely gotta watch Flushed Away.
That's a great movie.
Yep, with both Wolverine and Magneto in it.
Yes.
What was that? This isn't what it looks like. Yeah, this isn't what it looks like. They had mescaline in their balls. It was self defense. Screw it. Well, well, well. Tristes Euphemia, we meet again. Actually, we haven't met before. I was speaking metaphorically. It still doesn't work. Damn it, woman, don't call me out on this one. You got lucky. Is it bad that I kind of sound like Purple Eyes with Lelouch? Like I could do both his voice and Johnny Young Bosch's Lelouch voice.
Just gotta poke one out for the boys.
Hey, what's that weird beeping noise I keep hearing? It's somebody. It's probably nothing. Just ignore it. I can't really ignore it. It's pretty loud. Oh, there is Shang Tsung.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely Mr. Or
And the
Shang
guy,
Tsung.
yeah, and the guy in the white suit, I believe that's Benicio del Toro. Yes, yes, that would be Benicio del Toro, I believe.
Hmm. He even smile. I even recognize him with his smile.
Yeah.
Is the funny thing about Mortal Kombat 11 when it came to Shang Tsung's facial animations, they really based it off of Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't just get him to voice the character. Like they based a lot on his mannerisms and whatnot. You could tell.
Huh, Benicio del Toro is actually older than I thought he was. He's
How
56
old is
years
he?
old.
Neat. He's younger than both my parents.
Yeah. Oh no, never mind. That's not Benicio del Toro.
And who
I'm
was
thinking
it?
of Benicio del Toro as how he looks today. So the guy who I said looks like a member of the New Kids on the Block is actually Benicio del Toro.
Hmm.
Because I was thinking that I was thinking that that was him right there, or because he kind of looks the way Benicio del Toro does now. Oh, except he like the way I think that's a scar on his face right there. But but no, like the boy band guy is Benicio del Toro.
Huh. More you know.
This would been this would have been his second movie. First being Big Top Pee Wee, the sequel to Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, Ninja.
Ninjas.
And unlike the fighter in and unlike the guy that tried to pick a fight with Indiana Jones, owns this guy actually bothered to sneak attack I can disarm him
Yes.
before showing off.
I've imagined somebody trying to do something like that with Han Solo, you know?
Yeah, but the thing
Where
is
Han
that
where Han is like try to do something like that and then like I don't know, a Sith Lord or just whacks it out of the way and I'm just like, oh shit, and he just runs in the opposite direction. And kinda like he did in A New Hope.
you just take out his soul while you're at it, Mr. Sung.
Your soul is mine.
No! Hey T-Sung. Hey T-Sung. Hey, guess what? What? Chicken butt. Yeah. Just perfect. Okay then. One thing I gotta say is that I still remember how people thought that would think that at the that only the English stuff up would over you would do the whole like
That was a waste of ammo.
of adding too many of adding more lines when it's supposed to be a silent bit.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball did that a lot, where they just have
But
like whenever the characters' backs were turned, it was like the dub writer's license to start creating like pre-MCU quips,
yeah.
like modern day
Yeah.
James Gunn style
Oh my,
riffing,
that's
in movie
freaky.
riffing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember when I was
And
talking about how Wanda Sykes became a fish? That's kind of how she became a fish.
oh my god, that's
Yeah,
horrifying.
it looked like that, and it was really, really bad.
And then of course we have what I showed you off the air last night with the Japanese dub of Transformers no, no, no. The Transformers the
The movie.
movies Japanese version
Uh,
where the Japanese dub added more dialogue that got uh, like very much got in the way of all the sound mixing
yes.
compared to the English version, which didn't get in the way of the sound mixing, even though this was originally animated in Japan. So how does this
Yeah.
make any sense? Because I
So,
believe Toei's the one the group that animated the Transformers
yeah.
show.
Kevin, I have some urgent news for you.
What?
So we don't have only 4 Disney live action and animated live action remake comparisons to work on. We have 6.
We're only doing Lion King and Mulan after that because
Lady and the Tramp came after The Lion King.
we're not doing that one. We already agreed not to do that one.
Did we? I thought that was one of the.
Yes. Okay, so the production companies for the Transformers the movie was Sunbow Productions, Marvel Productions, Toei Animation.
Mm-hmm.
So they had 3 different animation studios working on this project, hence why it looks so much better than the show.
Yes. They also
By the
had.
way, you wanna know which
Although the funny thing was
animation
they
studio
wound up having
produced,
slightly less time to animate it, if I recall, than they would have for a series. But hey, if that just goes to show that if you reduce the amount of stuff that you ask a company to do in a specific period of time, they can probably put in more effort into higher quality content and that comes out within a shorter period of time. All you got to do is just all you've got to do just make things good, and then it'll speak for itself. But the entirety of the entertainment industry could benefit from
wha
a less is more perspective. Don't
you wanna know which animation studio produced the 2007 Transformers animated show?
who?
Same studio that did the Berserk Golden Age arc films.
Oh, cool. 5 degrees C,
4 Degrees
4
C.
degrees C. Yeah.
And I'm like, To people who say that they can't produce something that without CG, look at that show. This is James Bond we're talking about, lady.
Mhm.
Feel good for some reason, but it feels so weird. Wait a second. Where's she going? Sorry.
Mm.
Oh shit. Yes, sir. Some part of me ponders if he's going to be staring at her ass at some point. Well, now, he's certainly gotten quite the view. Okay, look, we know you're around here somewhere, where you're not exactly that good at hiding. At the very least, those on the very least, if push comes to shove, she can easily slip out of that.
Yes.
Much to many these many people's pleasure.
That's that's a hell of a way to die.
Yeah.
Turn up pressure now. Emulate diving, gonna crush all his organs.
Oh my. I guess you could say that was mind blowing. Hmm. Well, okay then. Oh dear. So James is going to be walking around with a blindfold. Alex,
Yeah?
I believe that James is going to be walking around with a blindfold in the next scene. Mm. Lady, let me tell you something. Last person I got married to, she got shot by my arch nemesis.
And even though I may have dropped him out of a helicopter back when I was, Roger Moore, we already thought he was dead before, so who knows?
I may have just fucked him.
Hmm.
Well, what the hell?
It so happens that James's biggest asset at his disposal is often his penis.
Yeah.
We got a great big convoy trucking through the night. We got a great big convoy, ain't you excited? Come on, join us.
Do you really want them that close to you? Right back.
Yeah, so boy band here is Benicio del Toro, who has been in quite a few things. Although, unfortunately, he was also in The Last Jedi and The Little Mermaid remake. He's also in Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Oh, it's not a blindfold, but it's close enough. Hmm. Take them to Detroit.
Detroit!
Said you. Okay, so you don't mind developing a drug habit yourself, but you want to prevent your best customers from developing. Okay, whatever.
Whatever you say, buddy. Okay, then. Nobody recognizes Bond with the mask on. Are you kidding me?
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask.
And he took off the mask and he didn't have the mask on in the subsequent shot.
This isn't a stand in for anything at all.
Ooh.
They're dissolving the cocaine in gasoline and filtering it out and bringing out cocaine. Yeah, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with that, you know? Because it looks like it's still flammable.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got something else that's hot going on.
Yes.
That may or may not be hot. Give me the keys to your magic carpet. Now stay on the bed. Meow, meow, meow. Alex, I believe there is a man who lives a life of danger.
Oh, this is
To everyone,
that was a nice
to
attempt at a
everyone he,
Superman punch, but it fucking flopped.
though, to everyone he meets, he doesn't really stay a stranger. He should be careful what he says, or
Huh.
else he'll give himself away. The odds are he's not going to live to see tomorrow.
I wouldn't exactly say he's an informer.
I'd say he's a secret agent, man.
Yes.
A secret agent, man. They've given him a number, but they've taken away his name.
Funny because he always introduces himself by his name. You can do this the easy way or the hard way.
And he's just falling for this bullshit. Really, buddy? Really? You're gonna get make it so that he can escape? Come on. All you have to do is let him just dangle there and he'll lose his stamina eventually.
or or you could just hang him there until the fire reaches him.
Yeah. You could have gotten out of there and left him to die. But no, you're
Yeah.
giving him a chance to escape. Woman, you should have loaded your gun with more bullets. Trying to think of a
Now,
good line here.
now, if only his character in The Last Jedi could have ended up like that.
Well, I could guess you could say that guy had a crushing defeat. Damn it. Better than anything I could come up with.
Okay, so I thought we agreed that it was not a good idea to fire bullets at a fuel tanker.
I mean, Dio's got to use that against Jotaro when he can't find a steamroller.
Oh, it could be worse.
Ow. What?
Mhm.
And Alex, don't forget another reason why we're not doing Lady and the Tramp. That's a Disney Plus exclusive.
I can always find a copy.
I'm not doing that.
All right. It's time for this James
That
Bond movie to turn into an episode of the A-Team.
that
Bum, bum,
was fucking
bum,
stupid.
bum, 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 ba-da-da-da, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da,
All right,
bum,
where's
bitty,
Mr. T?
bum, 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 ba-do. I
And
almost I forgot this was in the movie.
oh, there goes your tires.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da.
Alex, how about we just do some writing after you get back from
Oh, we're not doing
whatever it
anything.
is you
We're not doing anything out as like I just gotta record some stuff with Ben later, so we can probably do some
okay,
writing right after that.
yeah, after you're done doing stuff with Mr.
Yeah. So
Benjamin.
for so for those of you who are wondering why we're doing this early today, Ben and I needed to do something later tonight and work on some recording, and that's why. Now,
Hmm.
scheduled free time. That's great. Always a great use of everybody's time. Scheduling your free time. Almost like we're
Yep.
having to act like adults or something.
Yep. I'll be 30 in 22 days.
I'm I'm turning 27 this year.
Neat.
Autobots, transform and roll out. Yes, I am going to say that every time there's a giant truck. It's amazing how people will come up with hypotheses about something that do not
You
match
know,
up with reality.
you know
Because
what I
they've
could ne
because
no, I
this
don't know
movie
if I could ever no, I don't know if I could ever imagine, Alex.
what?
Okay. Okay, aside from that being really fucking stupid,
What?
I could never imagine there being a way to cross Transformers over with Gurren Lagann.
Hmm.
Like, maybe Ava, but not Gurren Lagann.
Huh.
I'm
There
gonna
is an official
see.
Transformers and Evangelion crossover.
That makes sense.
But yeah, so I was about to say something. What was I just talking about?
Something about Japan?
And something about Japan. About
We're taking
giant
over
trucks.
Japan. Booyah. Oh my god, there does exist a Transformers Gurren Lagann fan fiction.
Oh, nice. Something about Transformers, something about this, something about that. On Transformers. Giant trucks, A-Team, Autobots, transform and roll out.
Sadly,
Completely
sadly,
slipped
it's
my
not a very
mind.
sadly, it's not a very good one, and it has too many crossover elements.
Hmm.
A what?
Rocket launcher.
No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Alex, Alex, Alex. See, this is how you do it.
Rocket launcher.
And I think in a couple weeks we'll be dealing with
John.
well, they're just gonna be someone. Well, looks like they're not gonna be getting a break anytime soon. Oh, he knows when to fold them. I totally won that fight.
Yep, definitely. Definitely didn't, definitely didn't get away barely by the skin of my teeth by the fact that this thing crashed. Would have been a good idea to grab the blunt side of that machete.
Holy
You could have
shit!
it all, my empire of dirt.
I guess you could
I
say, hey, he went out in a blaze of glory.
guess that guy went out with a bang.
Nah, that one would imply it was just the explosion.
It is an excellent use of Chekhov's gun right there. Chekhov's cigarette lighter, because it could have very well just been a cigarette lighter. And you
Yeah,
could have had James Bond use any of the wacky gadgets he had, but this is just a regular old
lighter.
cigarette lighter.
Well, bang, okay? She says.
Complete with lizard. I've no idea what we're going to do with this lizard.
Hey, what about James's bestie who had his leg bitten off by a shark and
Good question. I'd like to know what so where's Felix? Felix.
wasn't this just adorable? Well, now they're gonna have to shower because of the chlorine. Well, unfortunately, Mr. Dalton, are going to be replaced by one Mr. Brosnan in the next movie.
Yes, quite the shame. But Pierce Brosnan is also one of the greatest James Bonds, so I
I
don't
give
know.
this like a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Absolutely. It's quite unfortunate, I'd say.
Mhm.
Anthony Stark, Starke. Funny we had all that Iron Man talk earlier.
Oh,
Could have very easily done a few more movies
yeah,
with him, but
definitely.
well,
So,
unfortunately, producer Albert R. Broccoli died shortly after this.
it's a shame. And I do apologize for that joke I made,
What joke?
that he may or may
Oh,
not be a vegetable.
oh no, I made jokes like that in the Broccoli Productions and stuff for whenever that showed up in the
Years.
James Bond on games, yeah, and his wife Barbara Broccoli, he produced a bunch of the other movies, I believe. No,
So, anywho, next week, we will be doing
the original
the
Lion King.
original, yes, the 1994 masterpiece. And then
Week
a
after
couple weeks
that,
after that,
we are going to be
and then in a week,
doing the first Ace Ventura,
Ace Ventura, Detective.
and uh, we'll do Kevin, you know what we're going to do, right? You know
Yep.
what's
Hold on
coming.
a second.
You know what's
Hold on a
coming.
sec. We got
John,
it.
That's what's coming.
John, 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 John.
Okay, I think we get it. I think our audience gets it.
Oh, I hope you guys.
You'll enjoy
Yeah, I
that.
hope you guys enjoy the endless spamming of the John button that we will do during that
James
film.
Bond will return, but played by a different actor.
Yes.
So, so until then, poodles.
By the way, I have no idea where I'm going to put Don Cheadle on the Lion King poster. Rather, the
You
Lion
could
King remake
just,
poster. But,
you could just not.
I could. Then again, I could have not done that for this one. And I did.
Uh, do I even want to? Hold on a sec. Why?
I...
Why do I?
I don't know, I've turned it into a ritual, you know?
Um,
It
the worst
almost
part is it's
feels...
actually a salt. The worst part is it's actually a decent Photoshop. That
Yeah, it's no worse of a Photoshop than the one that was originally on the poster, because they didn't
uh,
bother fucking cutting out the background correctly.
well, anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for getting back to the past with Samurai Jack.
Till then, bye everybody.